All right, friends, this is David Barrett here at PAX East 2026. Just tried out my first game of the convention, Memoria Wake. Um, so first, tell us who you are.
Yeah, I'm Chris. I'm one of the developers for Memoria Wake, part of Team Crescendo. That's the name of our studio.
Tell me, so I just heard you guys are literally a young company. Like,
Yeah,
how old is
quite
your,
literally.
your oldest? Like I think I said 23 was like your
Yeah.
oldest.
Yeah, our lead Hank is 23.
So first off, tell me how you guys met and how you guys came up with the company before setting up Memoria Wake.
Oh yeah. So to bring it back to the beginning, we started when we met in university, right? And as part of this university club called Game Creation Society. So it's a club where you can join if you're interested in game dev. And every semester, like a bunch of people who have ideas for games will come up to the front and pitch it to the whole club. And then everyone who's there to join, joins one of those projects. And then for the semester, they go and make a game, right? And that's what
cool.
happened with us. It started off with our lead Hank going up to the front and said, "Hey, here's our idea. I want to do this. Here's the idea." And then a bunch of us joined, and that's how we got started. We made the initial version of the game for that semester, and then and then Hank said, "Hey guys, you want to keep working on this? Is this more than a semester project? Is this like a real game with potential?" And then everyone was like, "Yeah, I think this is awesome. Let's keep working on it." And here we are.
I do love what drew me to it was the art style.
Yeah.
I saw a trailer on YouTube.
Yes.
And I wanted to play it just from simply the art style and also the music and the look alone. What inspired you to do the art style, and also who was the genius behind the look of it?
It just kind of came together naturally. When we were working on it, it's 3D isometric, so it wasn't going to be super realistic, right? And also, of course, it's a student project, right? So it wasn't going to be super realistic. So then we just, this level of fidelity, like how textured everything is. This level of texture is kind of it just naturally came to that point. We created our models the first time, straight off the bat, and it kind of looked like that. And we're like, okay, we'll stick to it. It already works. Why not? As for the art style, as in the drawings, the way everything looks, I could give huge props to our 2D artist Emma, who made a lot of the concept art.
Yeah.
All the 2D art. Most of the 2D art she made it, right?
Nice.
And then we liked it, and yeah. And then for the in-game stuff,
I really love the 2D art, especially when you have the conversation between the characters.
yes.
It's really cool art. I keep going back to that, and I keep on saying it, but the art is really cool. And this is your first game, correct?
Yes, it is.
Nice. When do you guys planning on releasing, if there's any time frame for that?
Q4 2026
Nice.
or Q1 2027.
Nice. Very nice.
A big time range, but
I mean, it's a. I'm not going to hold you to it. Everyone who does any type of gaming convention or even loves games knows things can be delayed, knows things take time. You know what I mean? So it's thankfully this is PAX. People are yeah, we want to just play it. Whenever it's done, cool. You know what I mean? So what is your favorite part of the game?
my favorite part of the game, that would. Oh, honestly, it just feels like a cheap answer, but I feel like every new level of the game that we come up with is my new favorite part. Well, that's probably because each, as we keep going, we get more and more experience, we get better at doing stuff, right?
Right.
But yeah, I would say my favorite part of the game is the latest level that we're on, level 3, Rook's Tangle. It's sort of like a forest, like a forest themed level. I really like all the the nature, all the environmental props that we have as a forest. So it's there's just a lot of stuff to see. There's a lot of there's just a lot of visuals to look at. The lighting is You'll
I'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It's not the easiest game to play, but it's not the hardest game to play, which is what I really like. It's like what I love about indie developers and specifics is that you make the game playable. You have to play it, and defeating the characters, defeating the enemies does take a lot of skill. Like I said to you before we started the interview, I suck at parrying. Like in almost in any game, I'm bad at parrying. And this one, it's like you really have to like time it just right. But when you parry it and you do it, you feel awesome. It's like, I stunned him. All right, time to get in there and just like do stuff. So what other game mechanics went into this to make it more fun and playable?
There will be these like offhand items. They're kind of like abilities that you can use.
Right.
Everything uses the same like resource pool, like lucidity, like that you saw, like that little blue bar.
Yep.
Yeah, like healing takes lucidity, parrying gives lucidity, and using these offhand items will give you like lucidity as well. And there's 4 of them they can find in the game, and well, they're abilities that can be used for both puzzle solving stuff and for combat. So that's something that we really put a lot of effort into. Like it's versatile. You can we don't just give you like a tool, like one-off tool for like solve this puzzle and that's it. No, it'll like come up again like later.
I like that.
It can be used for combat as well.
Out of the people on your team,
Yes.
who plays the game the best?
It's our lead, Hank. Like he works the hardest on the game, but he's also like he's very skilled. Like he's like the kind of guy that can breeze through Sekiro. So
Nice.
and he makes the boss fights as well.
Oh, nice.
And that's why they're kind of hard because like he's too good at the game. So
Yeah.
When he makes the boss fights, the moves, like the timings and everything, they're very tuned. Turning to him is normal, and for the rest of us, like,
Why?
this is impossible. Why did you do this? You know what I'm saying?
Like it's definitely like what I like about it is I'm a button masher all day.
Yeah.
Like I will, even in Street Fighter, where I like to say I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I like to button mash.
Yeah.
Yes, this is almost like the best I can put it. It's like a isometric Souls like game because again, you have to plan the parry, you have to plan the hit. Everything has to be planned out. You just can't keep on button mashing because there's like a small delay between hits and blocks, which I think is awesome. You really have to think when you play the game, which I really, really like. And I'm guessing he's the one that kind of threw all that in there more or less.
We don't want it to make it too easy or for there to be no nuance in attacking. Like with the first 3 God of Wars, for example, like you just tap attack. I mean, like it's nuanced in a different way, but for us, it's like gotta like think about it, right? So I would say even though it's inspired by Souls-likes, I wouldn't really call it a Souls-like because first of all, there's a difficulty slider.
Of course,
right?
yes, of course.
And so it's not really meant to be impossible. With Souls-likes, you're meant to die and respawn
Over and over
again, like as you learn. For us, it's not quite that. I'd be quite impressed if someone like went without dying for the whole game the first time, right? But
I like that actually.
it's not meant for you to like struggle too much.
Right.
Yes.
Like, and I like most like classic platform. Now this is not a platformer, but classic platformers from like my day were very similar. It's like it takes a lot of skill to be good at the game because the game is actively trying to kill you, and that's what I like about this. The game is you want players to play it and beat it, but it's actively trying to kill you, which is kind of awesome. Like it's fun to play a game that's really difficult and you have to try over and over again to get better at it, and that's what I like about it. Art style and all that good stuff. Any closing statements? Anything you want to tell to everyone watching on YouTube, watching at home?
Wish list it on Steam. Like every wish list like helps us so much so that when we release, we're up there in front of the Steam page, right?
And last but not least, my favorite question to ask people.
Oh,
you're working on this.
yes.
It's 2:00 in the morning. Like you're just staring at the screen, been looking at code, looking at graphics.
That is correct.
Favorite midnight snack after working on this all night?
And this is gonna sound crazy. Every 3 months, I order some MREs from Amazon.
Okay.
When I don't feel like cooking, which is most of the time,
Right.
I
You have an MRE?
I subsist on MREs.
That is by far the most unique answer I've heard.
Hey, it's less than $1 per meal.
Really?
That's I've been eating these for like years.
Yeah.
Like I started like when I had to get some food at an internship and I had no car, so like how am I gonna get food, right? I ordered some memories. They're like they're not bad. Some are not bad.
So out of the MRE, then, what's your favorite thing to eat at 2 o'clock in the morning? You're done working on stuff. You're like, I just need something before I go to bed.
Well, I'm sure many people out there would disagree with me, but you know, ReadyWise.
Yes.
They're like it's like that's where I get somebody like they're like it's like prepper stuff, right?
Right.
Specifically the lasagna one, and you have to use half the water they tell you to use.
Okay.
And then like if I'm feeling extra, I fry some bacon, I put it in there. It tastes great.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah.
No, seriously, that's the most like I've heard like bologna sandwich,
Yeah.
But MRE, that's lasagna's MRE specific. That's different, but that's cool. That's cool, man.
I mean, it doesn't look like lasagna, but it does taste like
It does taste like lasagna. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, friends, that's it for this interview. Memoria Wake, as we said, it's on Steam wishlist. Wishlist it on Steam. Give the game a try. I just played it about maybe 10 minutes ago, give or take. It's a lot of fun.
I'm so glad to hear it.
And hard to play, fun to play. Yeah, give it a shot. Anyway, friends, that is it for me. As always, be easy, stay frosty, and may the force be with you. Peace.